So as I'm crossing this bridge, it's helping that, I gotta admit, I mean, it's gotta be honest with you, it's helping that I'm got my mind focused on the camera and the drone over there. Because if I look down for a minute, it's actually, you know, if you're afraid of heights or just uneasy with heights, this is not your cup of tea. But this is a sure way to defeat and grab your fear by, or just put it in a headlock. We are finishing up here at the farm. Jacinto and Wilfredo have changed the height of the dividers in the chicken layers. These are our eggs for the day. The eggs or the chickens needed something deeper, so we can fill it up with. Jacinto used some dried grass. They like fluffy stuff and they like to be able to sink in it and dig. This morning, Myla and we are taking the Wandu out of their pods, and as I explained earlier, these dry ones will be used for seed, and these ones here we will vacuum seal and save for later. Yeah, this should be fun. We are done with the first harvest of Wandu, and as you can see, all this hard work, because it took us about an hour for what would appear to be little results, but this right here could probably go in about 2 or 3 pounds of rice. That's normally how it's used to be mixed with. And so once you add this to 2 or 3 pounds of rice, you're talking you're getting more than what you started out with. So as you can see here, we have some of the remnants of the pods. This will go into our compost bag. We normally have a bucket, but right now we're using a bag, and we'll go back into the land. And we also, another great result is that we have a lot of seeds, don't we, Milo? Yeah, isn't that right, Pancho? It is lunchtime at the farm. We got Gilberto enjoying a nice lunch. ¿Cómo está tu almuerzo?
Muy bueno.
¿Y en inglés?
Very good.
Very good. So all of our workers get lunch. Sometimes Jessica makes it. Sometimes I just go to the little here they call them fondas, and I buy them lunch. But regardless, they get lunch. Okay, so today I've begun planting beets. I have ordered some Beta vulgaris from Johnny's Selected Seeds. They come highly recommended. So I am taking a risk. I'm a risk taker. And these rows are supposed to be, I've heard 10, I've heard 12 inches apart. I am going with about 7 inches apart. Okay. So, because I wanted to fit in, I got at least 4 rows here. These seeds are supposed to be about 4 inches apart, and they're right about there. So I didn't do anything differently there, nor with the 1/2 inch depth. So got 4 rows of beets. Man, we're excited. Next week we're going to be making about 4 more, maybe 6 of these raised bed gardens. Let's find Gilberto. He's here somewhere. By the way, if you're wondering what the white circles are for, or what they are, or what it is, it's calcium. So I do this once every couple of months. Calcium is a good nutrient for the coffee. Okay, here's Gilberto. Gilberto he has trimmed the plantain. The plantain had a lot of brown leaves, and so what he's doing is that he's trimming the plantain, and that's why look at them, they're looking gorgeous. After he's trimmed them, he's now picking them up, loading them up over here, and he's actually going to be giving some of these. We've already been giving them to the chickens. They love this stuff. I'm going to take one right now, this big one. Look how big this is. Another thing we're doing today is planting, yes, you got that right, potatoes, however you want to call them. Jacinto has worked in the potato field, so he's going to be leading the way. So right now we don't have a whole lot, but what we do have, we will be planting. So we made it to Alto Mosquito with our friends from Back to Eden Lifestyle. They have brought some food to leave with the local church. We have brought a lot of pasta. They brought a lot of rice. And they brought their families. You can see very beautiful kids. So Jacinto, one of our workers, and Gilberto, another one of our workers, two young men that we are discipling, we brought them with us today. Yeah. So our friends from Back to Eden, their families have donated, gifted the local church some rice and some grains for them to do as they need to. What a blessing. Thank you so much.
Praise God. Once the work is done, God will always provide for His people to continue the work. So that's what we're here for, to support that the gospel can be spread in the most rural areas here in Panama as well.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You know, there's power with food. Yeah. You can come back 20 years from now to someone who you handed food to, and they'll remember you.
Le damos gracias a Dios primeramente por los apoyos que nos dan espiritualmente.
We give God thanks for the spiritual support first and foremost.
Y sobre todas las cosas que hemos pasado en este lugar, pero le damos gracias a Dios porque Él ha sido fiel sobre todas las cosas difíciles que hemos pasado.
And even though we've endured some hardship here in this area, He is faithful.
Dios ha sido bueno.
He has been good.
Dios ha ayudado.
And He has been our helper.
Gracias. Dios le bendiga.
God bless you. Our ministry has bought a lot of spaghetti packs. So we're giving each family some spaghetti packs. This is Brother Ciprian Arena.
Alto Pedregoso.
He's from Alto Pedregoso in the next province over. He pointed towards that way, which is over the mountains. Now, Brother Ciprian, usted es pastor.
Ajá.
He's the pastor of that place that he just mentioned, and he walked 4 hours just to get to this pastor's meeting and take some Bible Institute courses. And as soon as he saw me, he said, "Thank you so much." I mean, I knew it was worth the 4 hours just to come and meet other people that have also come from a long ways. Para nuestro equipo allá en los Estados Unidos y amigos y hermanas que ven, para que sepan el esfuerzo que hacen algunos hermanos. So this is for our brothers and sisters in the United States, so that they can see the effort of some brothers and sisters willing to walk 4 hours just to get to fellowship. He said to me, "I get to see you guys, and I get to see people I haven't seen in a long time." Hermano Ciprian.
Amén.
Dios me lo bendiga. God bless you. So we're here on our way to a hanging bridge, and look at this drop off. So the kids are going to take a different route.
Hi guys.
Hey. Hello. So as I'm crossing this bridge, it's helping that, I gotta admit, I mean, it's gotta be honest with you, it's helping that got my mind focused on the camera and the drone over there. Because if I look down for a minute, it's actually, you know, if you're afraid of heights or just uneasy with heights, this is not your cup of tea. But this is a sure way to defeat and grab your fear by, or just put it in a headlock. We started over there, we're crossing over here, and there's only one way to get back. What you just saw right now, in that video, was Gilberto praying over some construction workers who we came across. We presented the gospel to them, presented Jesus to them. One of them was a believer and his soul was secured. The other two literally told us, our souls are not secured. I asked them, if you died today, where would your soul go? Both of them said, well, to perdition, la perdición, which means everlasting, perdition. But still did not want to commit themselves to the Lord, which ultimately means you want to keep doing the things you're doing that will lead you to perdition. Because if I'm hearing coming out of your mouth that you know where your soul's going for eternity, but you don't want to commit to the Lord, knowing that He offers you the opposite of damnation, which is everlasting life, you still don't want to say yes to the Lord, then you don't want to stop doing the things that are going to lead you to eternal damnation. So we loved on them. I had Gilberto, who is one of our students slash mentee slash young men that we're discipling right now. Pray for them, and as a part of this outreach that we came to do today. To God be the glory.